Hey everyone, back in 1964, you could go to any bank, hand the teller $500, you could walk out with a box of quarters. Um, Now, back then, they weren't the quarters like we use today. 1964 was the last year that U.S. quarters contained 90% silver. Here's one here, 90% silver. Got a nice ring to it too. Today, with silver at $20.82 an ounce, a silver quarter is worth $3.77 scrap value. A box, a 1964 $500 bank box, would contain 2,000 of these silver quarters with a combined value equaling $7,540. That's not even considering the that some of those coins would have collector value. And it's easy to look back and say what should have been done. It's much harder to look forward. However, we can learn from the past. From what I've heard, there wasn't many people saving silver coins until the government announced that they were changing the composition. I believe that copper cents in 2023 are at a similar point in time that 90% silver coins were in the early 60s. Copper cents are currently worth 2.7 cents each. So think about that. Every copper cent is worth almost 3 times its face value. Now, the problem is that in 1982, the government changed the composition of the penny from 95% copper to 97.5% zinc. That means that if you want copper cents at face value, you're going to have to sort them. Most people sort by hand, but I use a Rydell sorter. This machine can sort through $25 like this. It'll sort through this box in no time at all, less than 10 minutes. It takes longer to unwrap the pennies than it does to actually sort them through the machine. So I save the copper and return the zinc cents. Look for a bank that has a free coin counter for its customers to use. This way, every copper cent you get will be, it'll only cost you the face value. Many people say that, well, you can't melt them down, so what's the point in saving the pennies? I'm actually pretty fine with not melting them down. While in cent form, we know the exact metal composition, and it still retains a little bit of collector value. Once again, look back at silver coins. Even junk silver, like this one here, is bought and sold based on the price of silver. A quick look on eBay will show many listings for copper cents for sale. What about the future? Well, I believe that copper will rise in value over the years to come. The world we live in is highly dependent upon electricity. Copper is the best value for conductivity. We use a lot of it. For example, high-speed rail trains, get this, high-speed rail trains use up to 10 tons of copper per kilometer of track. Copper is getting harder to mine. The easy way to get copper near the surface has been mined. That only leaves the copper that is deeper in the ground, which means an increased cost. Right now, copper is going for $4.09 a pound. And over the long term, I see copper rising in price. The cost of producing coins continues to grow. Even the zinc cents are worth near face value. The government will eventually discontinue the cent and probably the nickel also while they're at it. If this is announced, the cent and the nickel would quickly disappear from circulation. Just like the silver coins did back in 1964. So, save a little copper. Long term, I don't think you can go wrong. There's no risk if you're getting the cents at face value. Just think of the copper, think of the silver quarter when you think about copper cents.